Hello everyone, Charles from the Bible Unbound, and today we've got something from the Lockman Foundation. This is the NASB 2020 with full translation notes. So this is the first time I featured something from the Lockman Foundation. This is the New American Standard Bible 2020 with full translation notes. So this is a pretty nice little Bible here. So this is going to be a 2-column, verse by verse, color maps, has their full translation notes on here. This is their large print size. You can see the ISBN number here. And this is their leather text. So it's going to be interesting to see their version of their imitation leather. And this is pretty nice. I mean, just from the look right now, the way they did their leather text, this has the texture, which has that kind of natural grain sort of look, where it looks like it has, imperfections in it, which is very nice for a imitation leather, this leather text. Now it comes with 5 blind stamped spine hubs with Holy Bible, New American Standard Bible 2020, large print, personal size, the NASB and Lockman Foundation on the bottom. So I am really impressed with the way this looks. It has that nice gold gilding. I like the gilding. It looks pretty nice. Comes with 2 ribbons. You can pull these ribbons out of here so we can take a look at them. So there are 2, one black and one red. They're pretty long ribbons. I'm surprised at how long these ribbons are. And it it feels good too. I like that. And let's open it up. And this is a paste construction. It has a nice vinyl in sheet and a vinyl paste sheet. Actually, it's going to last pretty well. It's got that border stitching all the way around. A little bit of reinforcement and that paste. Clean presentation page. And it has something that I normally only see in the larger Bibles, like the family Bibles. So it has a spot for marriages. It should have wife's family tree, husband's family tree. It has the list of births and lists of deaths, occasions to remember. So normally you see something like this only in larger sort of family Bibles. We had given away an heirloom Bible to one of my wife's children, fairly recently, and it had a lot of that sort of thing in there. And it's nice to see that in a personal size Bible. And we'll take a look here at the copyright page. So this does come in a couple of different cover options, from an olive hardcover with a cloth overboard, it looks like. Black leather text, brown, a black genuine leather, and a brown genuine leather. Goes directly into the preface. Let me say this on every Bible. Read the preface at least one time so you'll see any special notations or actually how they translate certain words. Goes into your listing of the books of the Bible from Genesis all the way down to Revelation in the New Testament. In the back it has an index, and all of their introductions are in the back, which is another nice little feature too. And the parables and miracles of Jesus. As we get into the Old Testament, you'll see this very nice dual column, verse by verse. Now there aren't any of the pilcrows that you would use for chapters, but I can see this right off the bat that there are darker verse notes, which should be where the chapter marks are. And you'll see on the bottom this expanded set of translation notes. So it isn't focusing on cross references. It's mainly focusing on their translation notes. Now these aren't going to be as extensive as something that is primarily designed to do that, like the Net Bibles. This is pretty expansive that I've seen, and it's really tastefully done. I like the paper. Even though it's fairly thin, it is pretty opaque. I mean, there's not a lot of see-through, and it's line matched. Yeah, it's definitely line matched. Has that slightly off white. Plenty of space in this gutter. I'm surprised how much space is in the gutter. And look how well it wants to lay flat right here in Genesis, even before Genesis. So getting into the preface, it's laying flat very, very well. I do like these translation notes. It looks like it's left justified on both of the columns. Pretty clean. Has the page numbers at the top, the chapter and verse at the very top where the start of the actual page is. So Genesis 30 starts at one, Genesis 31 is at the next one here. So it looks like it's whatever's starting on that page, not necessarily where the beginning of the text starts on that page. And we'll look ahead. This looks very nice. I like this. Let's go into a poetic section. I'm noticing too, even though it has that gilding, there's not a lot of pages sticking to the gilding. That is something you don't see very often on a brand new Bible. I'm going to jump ahead into the Psalms. Well, you can see it in Job too, another poetic book. So that poetic formatting really stands out as well too. Oh, very nice. And in the Psalms, so it's not full formatting for the poetics. It does have the verse and then the sub indentation for the next line of that verse. So it doesn't bleed all, because I have a couple old Bibles that all the text just bleeds together. You can't hardly tell where the verses start and stop. And without a pillow, you can't tell where any paragraphs are because it's all just a block of text. And this looks pretty good. Even with this formatting, it's beautiful. And then we'll go ahead and take a look in the New Testament. This is a black letter text, which I don't have a problem with black letter text. I prefer red letters, but only if the red letter is done well. I've had a few Bibles where that red letter is kind of inconsistent, and the printing on here is very consistent. I can't get over the quality of this page. So this paper reminds me of like the more quality paper that you'd see in more premium Bibles. And you'll notice here that in the New Testament that it is black letter. Very nice. I do like the way it reads. Now, I've been getting more into verse by verse Bibles, especially when I'm starting to do some teaching, because it makes it very easy to find the verse that you're looking for, the specific verse. Buried into a block of a text in the middle of a paragraph can be different if you're teaching and then trying to go right back to that verse. It can be a little difficult. And using a verse by verse actually makes that so easy. I can't get over too how much generous space they've got in this gutter. Very, very well done. I mean, very readable. The paper's nice. I like the way that gilding looks on the side. It kind of has a kind of a sparkly look to it. Very nice. We'll go here and see what's after Revelation. So you can see the extras in the back. So you have their topical index. And the text font is a little bit smaller, but the actual words for that they're defining is slightly more bold. And it's very nice. I do like how if there is a lot of different verses, it actually does just the actual verse, not the part here where it actually prints part of it out. Pretty nice. I like that. It's very clean. They're throwing a lot of information at you and pretty well done. Even with that small font, it is still fairly readable. And let's see what's after that. So after that, they get to the introductions. Now, I see a lot of Bibles, they put those introductions in where the book actually starts. Like Genesis will have the introduction before Genesis. I like that they get that text out of the way and they put that in the back. And it's still really nice to have that in the back. It's only like maybe a couple paragraphs worth that gives you a little bit of the idea of what's happening, what's the purpose of the book, or who the book was written to. And it's for all 66 books. After that, they have a small harmony of the Gospels where they take the parables and break them out and show you where they are in Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. And they have at least one nice blank page in the back. I like seeing that more Bibles, more and more, are actually putting a couple of sheets of blank paper in the back for some extra notes. Now, there isn't a whole lot of room in here to be able to take any notes. This really isn't a note-taking Bible. But I think this Bible would take very well to highlighting and underlining to be able to emphasize what you're actually teaching and learning. Very nice maps in the back. So these are slightly thicker paper. Just a little bit shiny, but very well printed. Then look at the Ministry of Jesus in the back. The back one, very nice. Your rear vinyl paste-in sheet. Very nice, clean on the rear cover. So this feels really good. I mean, see that it's pretty floppy too, surprisingly. And that lay flat. Let me see. It'll lay flat in the maps, after the maps, and even in the middle of the maps. I like that a lot. Same thing, we'll go back to the beginning and I'll show you how easily it can lay flat right at the beginning. So you'd think with these few pages in the front that it would be hard for it to actually lay flat. And right in the beginning of Genesis, perfectly wants to lay flat on its own. I love that. That is very, very nice. So all in all, I think that Lockman has hit it out of the park with this one. This is a very nice, it is a nice utilitarian, very easy to use. And this would make an excellent Bible to carry and keep with you, to take with your Bible studies, to teach from. Yes, I could see this being a part of most people's, daily carries. It's nice design, nice form factor. Yeah, I like this. So with that, we're going to bring this to an end. As always, we ask you to like, comment, subscribe. Let us know if you like this or if you like any of the other things that Lockman has produced. This is the first one I've taken a look at, and I thank Lockman for providing this for me to show this to you. I really, really like their work, and it's understated, and for what it is, this is a very, very good choice. I like this. So until next time, we hope that you have a good day, night, evening, wherever you are, and we hope to see you in the next video.